Today we're going to be playing Pokemon's best boy, Arcanine, and this one's a blast from the past, as it's actually the Hisuian form. It's also going to be paired with an ancient Pokemon, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Arcanine's an absolute beast on the battlefield, as its attack Rock Bullet is going to start at a base damage of 90 and scale up by 30 for each fighting energy we attach to it. To get that energy onto it, the ability Irresistible Force comes into play, allowing you to move fighting energy from your other Pokemon and onto Arcanine. And to initially get that energy into play though, we have very handy options like Galarian Zapdos, as it'll allow you to attach 2 fighting energy from your hand to it when you play it onto the bench. Plus, it's got Free Retreat, making it an excellent pivot option when an Arcanine's KO'd, so Arcanine gets knocked out, Zapdos goes to the active, even if there's not an Arcanine in play, bench another one, Zapdos can switch into it, move a bunch of energy to Arcanine, and you're fine. The key part of the strategy though is going to be Sandy Shock EX. Its ability Magnetic Absorption allows you to attach a fighting energy card from your discard pile to each one of them you have in play once per turn. There is a catch though, as your opponent needs to have 4 or fewer prize cards remaining. So another way to get energy onto it though, if they haven't taken any prizes yet, is Professor Sada's Vitality, allowing you to get 2 fighting energy from the discard pile and put them onto your Sandy Shock. So one onto one, another onto another, and then draw 3 cards. It's pretty solid. Sandy Shocks can even be a great attacker too, as you can hit for 200 damage with 3 energy. So use its ability, attach for turn, and a Professor, or just the ability on a previous turn, and then you're ready to go. You can even boost that damage up with the supporter card Grant, giving you another 30, bringing it to 230 so you can take out basic V and EX Pokemon with ease. Grant also has the handy effect of being retrievable from the discard pile. You get to discard 2 cards from your hand and get Grant back, so you can repeatedly hit that extra damage or get energy into the discard pile for Sandy Shocks to then attach in the first place. For some added consistency in the deck though, we are going to be using Lumineon to get into our key supporters when we need them, Squawkabilly for early game draw power, and a copy of Radiant Greninja for additional draw power. Plus another way to get discarded energy to, well, use Sandy Shocks with. And to ensure our opponent isn't getting easy 2 prize knockouts by taking out that Lumineon and Squawkabilly, we're going to be using Collapse Stadium. So fill up our bench, play Collapse Stadium, get Squawkabilly off the bench so they can't just go boss game. Just take that play away from them, while also hindering their setup. As the deck does rely on basic Pokemon though, we are going to be using Bravery Charm to boost up their health, making them harder targets for our opponents to take down, as well as LAIC Acuity, adding extra bulk to our Pokemon with fighting energy attached, as they'll take 20 less damage. What do you think of this updated Arcanine deck? Do you think it has what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the meta? If you want to try the deck for yourself, the list will be in the description of the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you do, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with the shenanigans. Now let's hop on ladder and see how we go with this. We had a basic? Sick hand. It'd literally just be like Ultra Ball away the supporter, and energy, get into Squawkabilly, VIP pass for 2 other things, go there. Unknown, have I tried any new decks? Yeah, we're trying out new decks quite a bit. Tonight we're going to be trying out Arcanine and Sandy Shocks, which I did play around a bit on Saturday with them towards the end of the stream, so just kind of revisiting it, workshopping it, refining the list, because it was a list that was sent in from a viewer, so it's like, all right, we'll workshop it. And then we're also going to be revisiting like an updated Regigigas. For new decks though, like I've tried out the Unveiling to Entei as well. Haven't really tried like updated Miraidon or any of that stuff yet though. Okay, what do we get in off VIP pass though? Just give me 2 seconds. Ditching this is gonna suck, but I feel like it's the call. Like we've got to get the Squawkabilly now. Let Squawkabilly get that, and then other VIP will get, I guess, double Sandy Shocks. Yeah, double Sandy. Don't need that, don't need that. Like, it sucks. I wish I could use this after this is done. Alright, well that sucks. We're losing 2 stadiums. That's 2 counters for Basin. I think I have to, well, I don't have to put this down, but I think we put this down now. Put that down now. That means theoretically we get an energy on here and it's bulkier for them to deal with. Dig off Greninja. We don't even get punished, so that's nice. And you know what? To be safe, we'll put the energy onto the bench one. Okay, so next turn we have Ultra Ball. If they do knock this out, we can thin. We'll get rid of a Grant, and whatever we draw into, we could get into Lumineon if we need to get the Professor, get energy onto these. We don't really even have energy in the discard yet, though, so probably don't need to be rushing that. Not a bad idea. Let's send it. We try. Yeah, losing 2 stadiums already is a little risky. And I know I did contradict myself by moving the energy to the benched Arcanine. It's like, oh, put like Acuity in play so that if they hit the active, it does less, but they run a lot of Switch at the same time. So I could see them running, or like playing an Escape Rope. We can just bounce this one back into the active. At the same time though, to get the knockout on this, they need a lot, right? They do have 4 Seal Stone now. So yeah, it's literally Switch Basin and they can get it. They've got Fire in the discard already. So if they're holding Switch or they're holding Basin, they just get the other piece with 4 Seal Stone. Because technically they don't even need to take the full knockout right now, right? Like just put enough damage into it that Iron Valiants can bounce around and ping it off the bench later. Like if we try and run, they can just finish it off. This is what I want to run for regionals, the Valiant. I'm hoping they come. I've got some eBay orders placed right now, but they're coming between Thursday and Monday. So hopefully Thursday, because I'm flying out right after work on Friday. Okay, yeah, they got there. That does mean the Sandy Shocks are online though, so that's also a plus. We don't have an energy. Yeah, we don't have the energy. Almost think we just get rid of the other Ultra Ball. Or I could get rid of this and just Pal Pat it back in. Do that just to thin. Not you. We know them to 4. I bench you? If I don't bench him, then it's theoretically we can get the Zapdos down. We'll leave a bench space for it. Oh. I did get the Zapdos, but 1 energy isn't what we want. So we'll dig, we'll see if we can get the Vessel. Perfect, that is exactly what we want. Okay. So now this can come down, get the energy onto it. We've got the free pivot retreat, so we can nest ball into another Arcanine next turn if we need. We can get the energy with this Sandy Shocks. And how much do I need for knockout? Scales by 30, right? So 95's 150, 240. If we do 30 less, 210 gets a knockout. So 4. Get the energy off that just in case they somehow ping that to death. And we will give this a Bravery Charm just to make it more difficult for them to deal with. Do we get grants? Nah, it's not thinning anything at the moment. We're good. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yep. And with the Entei having 230, we could just get Grant back from the discard, use Sandy Shock's ability, attach for turn, and it's able to take out an Entei too. So we do have another attacker. We don't need to be focusing on getting another Arcanine charged up. I think we'll be all right. But I can't see them knocking out this Arcanine this turn. Like that's a lot of switch to get out. Question of the day, what deck would you bring to your regionals? Vulcan, you're going with Claw or United Wings? That's epic. Okay, so it does look like they're missing the knockout. Yeah. Okay, they missed the knockout, but they're not far off just being able to ping this to death. We can just use Switch Cart though. Like Switch Cart, go into this and attack with him. It's 10 damage shy, so we would have to use the Grant, which means I have to be able to use this, get into energy off of it. Which we didn't do. I can Switch Cart though. Go into the Zapdos. Like, I don't really want to Iona them because it seems like they whiffed. They get... Yeah, we'll just get rid of everything. Like, that shouldn't be relevant. But we'll leave it just to be safe. It's one card. I don't think that's going to make the difference. Like, if we draw into that as opposed to something else. Yeah, like, we found plenty of energy now. We're not able to play the Grant, though, which is the tricky bit. Right. So yeah, that's at least charged up. Switch into this. Like, there's not a point in holding on to him now. If this gets knocked out, we're just replacing it with another one. We don't have bench space to get both things out. We'll get rid of that, get rid of that. And yeah, if we're going for a big attacker, we have it. Or if we're going for the Grant, we have it. Okay, so it's doing 210. It gets the knockout exactly. We'll just leave those energy as they are. And see how we go. So we're ahead in the prizes now. So the only way they get this back is if they're able to ping this to death, get an Entei out, charged up, and boss up one of these guys. Which they've used Colress, so I think we're okay. I guess they could use Counter Catcher. Also, Law, welcome to the channel, buddy. Running Meowscarada EX. Nice. But you're having problems updating the deck. Is Serena a good combination? Like, Serena EX? Potentially, because you put them down to 30 health remaining and then Meowscarada can just ping them for 30 the following turn. It's definitely an interesting idea. Serena is one of those decks, like, I tried playing around with it 2 weeks ago and didn't have the best success with it though, so I can't really comment on it. But yeah, I could definitely see that. Like, with that with Meowscarada, it's like a 1-1 or 2-2 line. Like, could be a little cheeky. Babka, in this meta and meta dunk arc-pile, because you have some of the cards, Alolan Vulpix, Arceus, Toedscrow, that could be fun too. I like where your head's at. That or definitely some form of Serena with Sneasler plus Brute on it. Love it. Most of your countries still don't even have their shipment of Paradox Rift yet though. Yeah, I've been hearing a couple people saying that, which is unfortunate. It's a really fun set. Like, you can play it online at least, which is kind of a way to get into it, but yeah. Not ideal when you don't have the physical cards to start actually testing things out. Okay, so they come out with the Radzar, they take a knockout. We are seeing a Medicham out on their side. Not seeing a Entei is kind of nice. Are they out of Entei? What's going on with that? 1, 2. They likely have a third somewhere. Here, though, we effectively need to get in boss, right? I need boss for game. We've ditched the Lumineon. That's probably a mistake. I've burned through resources. Also probably a mistake. There we go. We got into boss. That's game. All right. For retreat, we go into the Arcanine, boss up. You know what? We'll get the Medicham. We'll take him out. Yeah. All right. I like this deck. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. Happy with the list too. Like, it all came together pretty well. Again, another one of those hands that if we had a basic, they'd be sick. Downright dirty. We don't though, so it's irrelevant. But if we did. All right. Oh, that's an easy choice. Okay, well, at least off of this, it's... Well, we go Heavy Ball, see if the Squawkabilly's prized. If it is, get it. If it's not, cool beans. We'll go Earthen Vessel, get rid of this, get into some energy, Ultra Ball them away, get into Squawkabilly, go. Theoretically, there's a way we get an attack off this turn. Because with the Professor, I could go for Sandy Shocks. Try and get that off. Which I guess if we're going Squawkabilly first, theoretically we could get into it that way. If we can take a knockout first turn, that'll definitely tip it in our favor. We hit them for weakness, so like it's easy one-shots, but at the same time, they should be able to one... Oh, they can't. They didn't put a Zapdos down. You didn't put a Zapdos down. I have 230. You done goofed. Sorry, you done goofed. Ooh. Okay, we might get an attack off. Ditch that. Get these. Throw that down. Grab these. Like, I gotta go all in, but it's not impossible. Is this even relevant? No, like I take 20 less damage, but 20 less damage than missing a knockout is still not a knockout. I put that down though, then if I do take a knockout and they get the Zapdos out, I'm fine. I do that. You know what, I do that. Yeah, we get the Squawk. Off this, I need to see VIP pass, outs for energy. That's for energy, VIP pass, Professor. That's a Professor, but not the Professor. And that is that dude, though. So let's get that dude. He misses the knockout, right? Yeah, he does. Other Professor? No. What's the other way I could do this? If I had one more energy, I could have charged this up. Grant knocked him out. It'd be stupid, but it technically worked. You know what? Yeah, I think we're just going all in. I'll just put a second one of these down. Research. That's the dude. Yeah, that's helpful too. And then I think we hold off this in case he does get knocked out. He shouldn't be, though. So the energy is likely safest on him. We'll do that. We whiff it. Like, I could have gone for... Yeah, I could have gone for the Lumineon. Lumineon to get Professor 1 energy on there. Oh, no, I couldn't. It was an S-Ball. No, I couldn't. But, yeah, Raikou still misses the knockout here. Unless they have, like, Vit Band. No one's running Vit Band, though. You run Zapdos. And they have 4 Seal Stone on it already. So they would need to hard retreat. They'd need to get a Miraidon charged up. Yeah. Lots. Well, Switch also works. But I think we're fine. Maybe Flaffy attach return E-Generator. Switch into Miraidon. Bit Band. I think we're fine. Hands? How much do you do? 160? Yeah, no, we're fine. If they could get a Sandy Shocks up, they can take a knockout in, I guess. They don't have energy. Double Gen. Dang. All right. Okay. The Peony, respect that. That's interesting. Empty hand now, though. Empty hand and you're not taking a knockout. Okay. Well, I'm not playing that. I play that, it messes up your bench, and then... Yeah, like, this taking less damage now is irrelevant. I'll just do that. What are you getting rid of? I'm getting rid of this. What are you losing? Like, it's a Miraidon, right? It's got to be a Miraidon. It shouldn't even be a question. Apparently it's a question. It's Miraidon, man. You don't need to thin your deck anymore. You only need one. There we go. Okay. Don't think we risk it. I don't need to do bigger numbers. I hit them for weakness. That's literally just being a jerk if I do that. Yeah, we'll Ultra Ball these away. We'll get this out. I know I don't need to bench it right now, but I just don't like having the VIP pass and the Grant in the deck. And we hit him for the funny number. Nice. Okay, we deal with that. They'll bring up Iron Hands. They'll take a 3 prize knockout. That's cool. I can put Zapdos in the active. The Sandy Shocks will get energies back. Professors get energy back. Switch into this. Pull all the energy to it. Knock them out. Theoretically, the other play would be Iono, but then I'm not getting charged up. So it's not the play. Yeah, that's fine. Well, not fine. They come back, but they've got to take 3 prizes. We're dealing with this, which means they need to kill 2 prizer and something else still, whereas I just have to knock out, and we're taking a knockout for sure. So we do that. I always forget about the part where I get to draw 3. That's neat too. He's gonna be a big bulky guy. So I don't even need to worry about that Zapdos. I'm worried about Zapdos if they attack one of these, but that's it. Right, because like Miraidon would be the only threat to it currently. It's 2 of you, yeah. I'll check in it. Do I check an energy on one of you? Almost thinking I don't, because then they become targets. Check a target on her. Check a target on you. Nah, we do. So if they do somehow knock this out, it's attach for turn, use the ability, it can attack next turn. Will Greninja will draw a little bit more. Maybe we get into a pickaxe, charge one of these up. We don't, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Palpad for... Let's do that. Just in case. They might try and like stall around and buy a turn or something. I don't know, need to get into a boss. Like if they attack with a single prizer. Miraidon, I don't recall any single prizers really, like Zeraora and some, but it's only good into evolution Pokemon. And it's more so there as a pivot. Theoretically, like Flying Pikachu, they could try and paralyze us. We'd need to get into some sort of switch out. Okay, so they do get Beach Court. They've got Free Retreat if they need it, so if they can get their Miraidon online. Patch for turn, Flaffy, or E-Generator. Raichu's a bit of a threat. Low health though, so yeah, literally they take a knockout, Sandy Shocks to the active, attach, charge up, attack, game. I think we're fine. Do I just sleeve this up for Brisbane? It'd be funny. Like, that's the thing. I kind of want to just play something chill that I don't need to really think a lot. It's a long day. Regionals are fun, but like, I really can't be fussed playing like Lost Box all day or something. You know what? We'll give him the frog. Go for it. You have boss? I don't think you do, or you wouldn't have used escape rope. Yep, that's fine. You had Beach Court, man. Why didn't you just free retreat into that? You're doing 300. Right? 60 for each? Yeah. Like, we had an immediate answer to it, but... Okay. Will we just go big number just for the fun of it? Yeah, just for the fun of it. Just for funsies. Is there another Sandy Shock? I feel like there's got to be one more in here. There is. Perfect. Ah, come on. It's going to Ultra Ball for the other Sandy Shock, get Grant back, and then that's what? 10 times 30 plus 30, 11, 330 plus 90, 420, double it, 840. Oh, it would have been so cool. When you can do scaling attacks, yeah, that's fine. Any other where it's just attack game? No, just attack for game. Like if you have Giratina, it's like, it does 280, just do it. If you got a scaling attack though, see how big that number can go. Why not? You've earned that. All other situations though, 100% just end the game. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, don't forget to hit that like button to let me know, and subscribe so you can keep up with the content. If you're after some more deck lists though, there should be something popping up right now. Till next time, take care.